Hi, Kieran here. Hope you're all doing good. Okay, this is a response to Gratex's video, Dualism versus Reason. Hi Gratex, good to interact with you here. Basically, I've been watching your videos since I started watching YouTube about 5 years ago, and I'm still watching your videos, so keep up the good work. Yeah, very interested in the stuff you were talking about in that video. I've been thinking sort of something along the same lines to you. Basically, okay, in your video you're saying that you think that you believe that the material physical world is probably really exists, but you suggest that an alternative idea that maybe it's all an illusion and there's only mental kind of events, really. We all think we're in a physical world, but we're not. And what you suggest is more unlikely than both of those. Either of those is this dualist idea that they're both, there's a physical world and there's also a mental world that isn't just part of the physical world. And they're sort of equally basic facts about reality, and they're interacting somehow. I agree, I don't quite get that. It seems a bit inelegant to think that reality is made of two completely sort of separate, completely different things somehow interacting. Yeah, I think about a year ago it just sort of struck me that maybe all we need to explain reality is that there is just consciousness. And the idea I had was basically the sort of simplest, the most elegant sort of way I can think of this so far is that reality is just every possible conscious experience is experienced, and that's it. There's no physical objects. There's no time. Time's an illusion. There's no even. It's pretty weird. I mean, there aren't really separate people, and you're not like some continuous person over time. There's just the basic unit of reality is the kind of moment of experience, or a single sort of experience, which the ones we're sort of familiar with are kind of a person moment in an apparent physical scenario, or it could be a person kind of moment. The illusion of being a person for a moment, sort of a moment and the next, maybe a juxtaposition of two moments somehow, with that being a sort of experience, or apparent. So yeah, apparent moments because it's not really time. Now, why would I throw out all this, the physical world? And the reason is, I think that consciousness is this very important part of reality. It sort of seems pretty undeniable, but yet completely unexplained by the physical sort of model. I mean, we seem to be having this first-person experience, and I've absolutely no idea why. I can't imagine any number of particles or atoms or whatever. I don't know why. When you get to a certain number of them or complexity, they start having a first-person experience. Like philosopher David Chalmers, I mean, I can imagine a zombie, as it were, a person who seems completely normal, is completely compassionate and intelligent and everything, but has no consciousness. I don't know what consciousness really does in a person. So I think you suggest yourself a slight problem. One problem with this non-physical kind of view is that, so why is it so, the world so apparently sort of consistent? Why is like the moon not sort of made of cheese one day? Why don't you have like wouldn't you meet a talking dog one day or something like? I mean, I mean, my suggestion for that, I think it is a bit of a problem. Why, it's a kind of statistical question, why are most of these experiences that I speak of being of a kind of consistent sort of world, why aren't they mostly of being a kind of really dreamlike and kind of surreal experiences? Well, maybe it's just a typical experience which has the illusion of being in time and space, tends to the experience. There's no actual distinction between experiencer and experience in this. It's not like one experience stroke experiencer. The typical experience thinks that what the experience he or she is having is normal for some reason. So you have an experience of gravity, then you assume, like, for some reason that that's normal, and that in this scenario you think you're in, that's happening everywhere. It isn't really. An analogy with might be with a hall of mirrors. Like, you're in a little bit of the hall of mirrors with about 2 or 3 mirrors around you, and you think, if you don't know what a hall of mirrors, but you sort of feel that you're actually in this vast space with lots of versions of yourself and different mirrors, but really you're just in this little space. So that's one possible way to sort of explain the apparent sort of physical, consistent sort of physical world that we seem to be in. Okay, anyway, I hope you found that interesting, and look forward to talking to you soon, or having the illusion of talking to you soon. Okay, all the best.